Grace, you're doing good. Oh,
Whoa, we're really like heads cut off.
oh, am I gonna? There, can we get everybody in there?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
No screaming.
No.
My name's Andrew Pratt.
If you're not deaf.
Hello, everybody. I'm gonna play here for a minute. Grace, please stop. Okay. We're gonna get warmed up here in a second. I was gonna try some different stuff. Can everybody hear us okay and see us okay?
Yes.
No, guys,
we can see.
I'm asking them. Looks like Simply Circus is here. Amy from Fuel Homestead. Tim's here. Bob's Homestead.
My name is Grace.
Adriana Homestead. Volume check complete. Yes,
Yes.
Tim. She made the beard curl. No kidding. All right. How is everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Guys,
That's not asking you guys.
I'm asking the people that are watching us, okay?
That's not
Okay,
asking you kids.
let's say everybody's name. What is your name?
Grace.
Grace, yep.
Andrew Pratt.
Yep.
Andrew Pratt. No.
Okay,
Grace Pratt.
Yes, Grace.
TJ.
They might not have heard you, Faith.
Faith.
All right, and I'm Mike.
I'm Jenny.
Let's see what's going on.
You can't see your face.
Yes, we can see your face,
Your video is split.
but it may be my phone.
I don't know. I wanted to try doing something here tonight. If you guys will bear with me for just a minute. What do you think this is the youngest picture?
Them as the youngest?
Yeah. Of that we have loaded in here.
Yeah, either that one or
Ow.
that one. Sorry, I didn't mean to like crush your ribs.
So
Oh my God.
I'm
you
kind
know
of
what? I think
I'm kind of playing and experimenting this one.
I think. Yeah.
So I'm going to see if this lets you guys see this picture and not our mugs. Let's see.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
So what do you guys see right now?
A pig.
Thank you, Gracie.
Dad's not asking you.
House to Homestead, how you doing? Debbie, how you
My name
doing?
is Grace.
Okay, Grace, you
Oh,
guys
it
stop
should
that,
be
please.
working.
Are you seeing it?
I'm
Oh, okay.
seeing it. So
Okay.
like with the lag and stuff, I see it now. So it should
Okay,
be working.
excellent.
Everybody
We have,
some pigs.
We have my computer, or this computer.
4 pigs, not just one. Yes, that's right.
Yes. We have the computer streaming over wireless network, and I mean the cell phone company's network. And then Jenny is also, we wanted to kind of keep up. Jenny's also got this live stream streaming on her phone via our Wi-Fi network here at home.
Yeah.
So we're not sucking up bandwidth watching ourselves. But we were curious to see how long everything did. So I just closed the pigs. I think you should be seeing us again here in a second. Like I said, we're just playing. So those pigs, those were the pigs when we first got them this year. But I got a question for everybody before we get started. I want to make sure our picture comes. There we go. There we are.
Ow.
What was that? That was 15 seconds or so.
Yeah.
All right. So here's my question, and then we're gonna bring Faith to the front here to talk to us. What did everybody have for dinner tonight?
Nope.
No, not you.
Guys.
This live streaming thing's messing the kids up as much as it does
So
us.
backward.
So yeah, what did you guys have for dinner tonight? We had what I thought was a pretty good dinner, but I'm gonna let Faith share what was for dinner tonight on our end. So yeah, we'd be really
Oh.
chicken. What happened?
She went to like gently put her hand here, and at the same time I moved, and it was whack.
Chicken nachos. We had nachos
Yesterday.
Last night.
last night. It's
Yeah.
nachos is a house favorite here.
Yeah.
So Go ahead, Andrew. Oh, fajitas sound excellent. I don't recognize that name. Is that Nick July? Is that what that is?
Mhm.
Andrew, why don't you back up for a second? Let
Ooh,
Faith
watch
come
your
up
head,
here
watch
real
your
quick. Come here, darling. Would you like to tell us what did we have for dinner tonight?
Peas, tuna, salad, and noodles.
Peas,
Tuna patties
tuna patties, and noodles,
and a salad.
and a salad.
Side salad. Yeah.
I got a question for you.
What?
How good were those tuna patties?
Gross.
How about them peas?
How about them peas?
Gross.
Can you show them the face that you were making while you were eating?
You should have seen Miss Pouty Face here eating her dinner.
Well,
Hi, Robbie. Faith does look like her mom. You're right, Tim. Oh, flat enchiladas sound good. Oh, sketty. Oh, a gyro. Man, I haven't had a gyro in forever. Holy cow. So Faith, show us that face.
No.
All right. Okay, go ahead, back up. Let Andrew come in here.
watch yourself. Good job.
Great. Faith had a big problem eating those tuna patties. They were good. I liked them. Grace, look right there. I have a question.
Oh.
Did you love your salad tonight? And do you always love your salad? Grace does not like salad. Actually, getting Grace to eat anything is a real treat.
Andrew, can you
Sit up, please.
Can you get down, please?
Okay, move south. Honey mustard chicken, carrots, green beans, oven taters, yummo tuna patties. Love them.
I grew up with tuna patties.
Yeah. I don't know if
Crazy kids.
I had them growing up, but hey, Grace, calm
Sit
down,
still,
darling.
please, so nobody gets hurt.
She's making a face.
Faith, it made my face smush too. Like somebody Simply Circus commented. Oh, man.
What did it say?
All right, Andrew,
Wow.
you did like dinner tonight, didn't you? You and TJ are eating machines, though. These boys, they put food away. Hey, what did you like most about dinner tonight?
Green beans.
Or the peas?
Well, except that we didn't have green
and
beans.
the noodles. Faith and I are hot sauce junkies.
Oh yeah.
And so Faith was even dumping
She'll
hot
try
sauce
anything.
all over her tuna patty, trying to make it better. Did it
She
work?
was basically
No.
trying to cover up the flavor. And she asked for ketchup, and we're like, ew, no.
You want to answer Tim? Tuna patties make like salmon patties?
I don't know. I've never made salmon patties.
That's true. We never made salmon patties, but yeah. What do you do?
I just crush up some crackers and some eggs and mash it all together and
There you go.
Then
And then you fry it like
fry
a
it
burger.
up. Yeah.
It was good.
I would like that better than tuna patty.
Oh, please don't, Grace.
spit on everything.
Yeah, Simply Serves huge hot sauce here. We go through a lot of hot sauce. Grace, please stop spitting. In fact, I just got done making some, and I got a. Hey, TJ, you want to give me that jar of fermented peppers over there, on the shelf?
Can I get your homemade hot sauce?
If you'd like to get a jar out to show people, you can.
Get the full jar.
If you can find it. I've had these peppers fermenting now for. Well, I guess I don't technically know if they're still fermenting, but they were fermenting, and when all the bubbling and stuff stopped. Grace, please stop. I'm talking. When they stopped, I've capped them so they're not still going. But that's the next hot sauce batch right there. These were, what peppers were these, hon?
Cayenne peppers.
Not cayenne. Were these the bueno mulatas or were these the wax?
Bueno mulata.
I think those were the bueno mulata peppers, and
Crazy.
then we put it in the jar like this. And Faith and I tear it up. Faith and I. Andrew likes a little hot sauce. Andrew likes the milder hot sauce, and TJ likes it too. But Faith and I are the big hot sauce users. So, all right. So we got dinner and foods covered. Let's see what I haven't been watching comments of you. Ketchup on everything. Faith asked if she could put ketchup on her tuna patty.
I think she just wanted to cover up the flavor.
Yeah.
It's not like tuna.
That's what we do for salmon patties.
What is
My
your
mother-
favorite store brand of hot sauce? Faith, go ahead and go grab it.
Yeah, go grab it. This is definitely the kids' favorite brand. In fact, Brad and Krista from Big Family Homestead did a hot sauce video, or Brad did at least. I can't remember if it was the whole family. And where he was comparing them. Grace,
She's
Grace,
wild.
please stop, darling. You can bring them both if you want.
Please stop.
So,
Put your hands down.
and these two were actually on his video as well. But this is mine. This is one of my favorites. This is back in my Army days. We put Tabasco on everything. I'm the only one that likes that. But this is the one the kids love right here. Hopefully we're not doing anything like copyright laws or anything.
We don't know. We're not like.
Wait, can we get paid? All right. All right. Why don't you go put these back? Okay, now we got dinner covered and food. Kahlua or what?
Cholula.
I was like, Kahlua. Woohoo! Hi there in Australia, in the kitchen at Hilltop Farm. How you doing?
Sutton's Days.
We great.
Lisa, Sutton's Days. How you doing?
I can barely read that far.
So I know. In fact, we had the chat before where Jenny was more than Jenny's was watching it.
Yeah.
So now that we've done that, go ahead and tell us some channels you guys have been watching lately. What should we? Who should we go check out? Who should everybody go check out? Can I do a shout outs thing here real quick? And
You think
yeah.
you know something?
Is there a YouTube channel you like?
YouTube.
YouTube.
I know one.
What?
Off Grid with Doug and Stacy.
There you go. Yep. You guys just sent something to Off Grid and Doug and Stacy.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Thunder Ridge, how you doing? Yankee Living, Sullivan Family Homestead. Swedish. Oh, I keep hearing about the Swedish Homestead, and I still haven't gone and checked that. Or no, maybe I did go check them out. I have to go. I'm gonna go check them out again.
Bandana Grandma.
628 Dirt Rooster. We have heard that.
We
Bandana Grandma.
Been the
Hello.
computer around this time.
Yes. We'll try not to give you any seasickness this time. No drama needed, hopefully. TJ, I know you've played around on YouTube a little. Is there any channel? It doesn't have to be homestead setting channel. Is there any channel you can think of that you like? No? Okay, you can just say Pratt Family Homestead if you want.
Pratt Family Homestead.
All right. So awesome. I love Justin Rhodes. We just watched Justin Rhodes the other night.
Their live one last night.
Yeah, their live one last night. And then wasn't the pigs one? Wasn't that a Justin Rhodes?
That one was Justin Rhodes, yeah.
Pigs are like on my brain nonstop. I would like to do a shout out real quick. And I meant to do it on our last one. What do you got, Andrew? What's up?
I got a new game on my tab.
Yes, you did. Dan over at the Grass Fed Homestead, if you're not familiar with his channel, please go check him out. I shared a video of his on our Facebook page last night. YouTube Kids.
Yes, like you said.
So yeah, check out Grass Fed Homestead. I've been watching all of his videos. He started just this past summer, and he documented the whole journey of getting 4 lambs, raising them for 4 months, and then the butchering process and all that. He documented every single day vlogs. So yeah, go check out his channel. You got one? That was the Grass Fed Homestead.
Grass Fed Homestead.
And if you have trouble finding it, it's grass dash fed Grass Fed Homestead.
Grass Fed
Homestead. All right, Mom, what you got?
Well, I've been communicating back and forth with Rain Country Homestead for a little bit now. We've been talking about crochet because we both kind of started crochet tutorials about the same time, and we both have a little bit of a different view on them. And so we've been talking back and forth. She did a shout out and it linked to my crochet tutorials. So also I encourage any of you to go check out any of her videos as well. But she makes some really cute stuff in her videos too.
Cool. Kids, is there anything any of you would like to say about anything? I know that's dangerous for me to open it up like that, but TJ, you got anything? Anything at all, bud?
Oh my gosh.
Look,
this
these two
is
are
where
scared.
the scared part comes
Faith,
in.
you have anything you'd like to talk about?
Danny, one of our goats, had 2 babies. The boy is Jingle and the girl is Belle.
Yep, that was about what, 5 weeks ago now? And well, we've got 2 weeks for the boy to be 2 old, right?
Maybe it is 5 now.
Yeah, so I was actually spending today, I was actually trying to get that goat barn done that we've been talking about. But yeah, so those babies sure are cute. We should do a live video from the barn one day. Andrew, guys might have to cover your ears. Go ahead, Andrew.
Prepared. Be prepared.
We get lots of chickens.
We do have lots of chickens. All right. Grace, what do you want? 5,
She's
6, 7,
counting.
8. Okay. Do you have something you want to say to everybody?
Us happy dogs.
We have baby goats, yeah.
All right. All right, kids. If you guys would like to go
Be
do some
gone
stuff, you
with
can go
y'all.
do some stuff if you would like, okay?
Be free. Go be free.
Remember to close that door, please. Faith, are you staying or going? Or? It's up to you, darling.
I'm moving in.
We're gonna move in. We can squeeze Faith in here if we'd like. If she'd like.
If I leave, will I
Go.
maybe get my?
You can come.
later.
You can come and go whenever you want, darling.
Yep. Just don't interrupt too much.
Okay. So what? Have you been watching comments? Have we missed anything?
I really don't know. Cut your
Okay.
head off.
So let's see. I'm gonna scroll back in comments here just
Try
to
to catch
see.
up. Rain Country Homestead. Whoa, I came in just in time.
Humble little homestead. Yep. All right. It doesn't look like I've missed really too much. One reason we did this video tonight was I've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of messages, questions on how we raised our pigs this summer.
Hi from Nova Scotia. Wow, hi.
So I'm in the process of putting together a review video, and it just got me to thinking, what kind of questions do you guys have? I'll answer them here if I can, and then I'll also make sure I get them into the video. But Jenny already kind of hit on this. I'd like to do a shameless plug real quick, or shameful, shameless.
I don't know.
I'd like to encourage you to go check out Jenny's crochet playlist. In her videos, she's doing an excellent job, and I've even been watching them, and I'm going to attempt crocheting here very soon.
So now my yarn disappears.
But hi from Erie, hi from Wisconsin. Have we butchered the last 2 pigs yet? All the pigs have been taken to the butcher, and we've gotten some back already. So, but onto your playlist. With the crochet, we got some very exciting news this weekend that Jenny is beside herself about in a good way. So go ahead, babe.
I'm very composed right
You
now.
weren't when you were.
I was like, I don't even know what I was. I have been asked by Patera at Appalachia's Homestead with Patera to teach a crochet class at the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference in Tennessee in May, and I said yes. So I will be teaching my first class in front of people, not a camera.
Not a camera, real people.
I don't really.
So if you're gonna be there, give her hell.
Oh my gosh. It's gonna be crazy, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm very excited about it, and I will have some staff with me to kind of be able to show like examples of different patterns and stitches and whatnot. But
and from what she said, it's going to be it's a separate little classroom. I think it's going to be like a round table.
It's a round table.
For
Yep. So it's
half hour.
I think it's an hour.
Oh, an hour. Okay.
It's Coffee and Crochet with Jenny, and Patera came up with the name.
I'm crocheting it as I watch this.
And so yeah, it's very exciting. I'm very excited about it. It's gonna be fun.
All right, cool. So that gets
Don't
us,
freeze up. Yeah.
she will. Yeah, because I actually told her, I said, babe, if you, because she came to me, she's like, whoa, I got a message. Actually, picture this. I was in the shower. Oh, wait.
We don't need to recap.
No, don't picture that. So Jenny came into a room that I was in and knocked on the door.
I didn't even knock on the door. I just like, babe.
I got a message on Facebook, and I was like, yeah, great. You get like 50 messages a day. So what's the big deal? So Jenny was all excited and everything. So
I'm like, can I do that? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, no, like me. Is that something I can do?
I told her, I said, if you want to do it, do it. If you don't, you're not obligated. Don't do it if you're not going to be comfortable in front of people. So she chose to do it. So
yeah. It'll be fun.
and she does. I was wearing my Vikings hat last night, Tim.
I just sent one off in the mail today.
Yep, and Jenny just sent off one in the mail today. And oh yeah, we'll just keep plugging that for a second. We got the Etsy store. Go to our Etsy store, and Jenny's got stuff listed there. I don't know what, to tell you the truth, but you can pick some stuff to purchase. I think she has it really reasonably priced. In fact, we battle about that. I think she's undercharging.
And I think I'm overcharging.
This is a hat she just made for her friend. Wait, can I get it in there?
Little fox hat.
Little fox hat.
Little 1-year-old. He's so cute. Love it. Love it.
She did make Tim's hat. And she made one for, the very first one she made was for
Thunder Ridge,
who is on here. Everybody seems pretty happy with them.
Yeah, I've made, I think, like 8 of them now.
Right. Different colors too.
Yep.
So, all right. So, I think I could talk about pigs all night, but I'd like to know what you guys think. I'll just get started. The whole plan this year was to raise pigs on pasture. And that means they're eating the grass, clover, and alfalfa hayfield that we have, and that's it. We did give them a little pig feed. And we did this for 5 months, rotating paddocks. And they grew slow, which was expected. At 5 months, when the pastures stopped growing, they were the bigger ones were 150 pounds.
Yeah.
Which I did say that in a video. I was actually disappointed with that at first, but then I got to thinking about it. All they've really been eating is grass, clover, and alfalfa. So I just yes, you can. So just eating that for 5 months, I was actually very pleased with that. But after that 5 months, we took them off pasture and we just started feeding them commercial feed. So
how long did you leave them on each pasture?
On each paddock? Well, that was something we are going to do differently in the future. But the paddocks were at 8 paddocks, and they were, I want to say, like 33 by 50.
I don't remember measurements.
Yeah, I think it was 30,
I think something like that. Yeah.
33 or 34 by 50. And when they were younger, that was great. They stayed there a week. Well, it didn't take long, 2 or 3 months, 2 months. And they had that little paddock mowed down in 2 or 3 days. I was moving them, which got very hectic with working full-time schedule. Jenny's super busy around here. So
not to mention now getting my arm cut in 2 in the middle.
Oh yeah, not to mention her melanoma and cancer, getting that taken care of.
That was like the worst time.
So then we took those 8 paddocks and we made them into 4 paddocks. So that got them at around 66 by 50 each, I believe. And that for a while was lasting them a week.
Yeah.
And then it was lasting them 4 days.
And then it was like 2 days for like.
And then as I was rotating them between the 4, it couldn't keep up anymore.
No. And then it just stopped growing. I mean, we got into October and it just stopped.
What breed pigs? Doug's little farm asked, what breed pigs? So this is another thing that only my second year ever dealing with pigs, I think I got taken for a little bit of a ride. I specifically wanted Herefords. And I had been researching these, and I found a guy that had Herefords. And I got one Hereford, that brown and white one that you could see in the videos, and I could probably throw a picture back up here in a second.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
No, go ahead. That's the one that we recently got butchered. And if you saw our pictures on Facebook or you saw our pictures on Instagram, that was the one that's laid out on the whole table. That Hereford. So the other ones I was told were also, well, I was originally told they were Hereford mixes.
Right.
I think it was York and Hereford, right? But the other 3 pigs, they had signs of being, well, one person pointed out that the tails were docked off.
Which is
a
commercial thing.
Right. So the one was definitely Hereford. He was brown, white, beautiful. I'm going to actually throw a picture of him up here real quick. And he's the one that is
super cute.
He was. And who is it on Instagram that was absolutely in love with him?
Oh, I can't remember the name off it. I should have written it down, but she's like, not the brown and white one when it was Butcher Day.
Here, this is a good picture of all 4, isn't it?
Racked out, yeah. Well, I mean, that one's a good one of them too.
Is that younger?
Slightly younger, still on pasture, so.
Okay, so
But-
here's one of them younger. And you can see, well, actually you can't yet. We're watching the live stream over there, and tick tock, tick tock. Yep, waiting for it. There it comes, I think. Or I think it's going to come up.
It will.
Okay, so you can see, does my mouse moving on here do anything? No, it doesn't, does it? Or it might. But the one on the left is the Hereford. I'm going to throw up another picture here real quick. The second to the left.
It does, yeah.
Okay, the second to the left here. This guy was big time runt.
Little pig.
Little guy. And then these two here were monsters.
They were
In fact, the hanging weight on our Hereford, when all said was done, was 169. The hanging weight on this guy was 164.
yes.
That Hereford, I honestly believe he grew how he was supposed to. He didn't have a whole lot of fat on him.
No.
He didn't have a whole lot of bacon. He did have bacon though, and we've already sampled it, and it was good. But he had really big butt.
Really
gave us
big
some
hammies.
Gave us some really big hams. And
Yeah.
then this guy over here on the far right, he gave us a hanging weight of about 190. But we didn't take them all in at the same time either. So, did you want to show another picture?
Yeah, I want this one.
This one, that one.
That's the Hereford.
Oh, okay.
He's
So
pretty.
Jenny's trying to get emotional now, and I've lost track of the chat window as well.
He's so cute.
That was the Hereford right there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it back down.
Yeah, bring the chat back up.
Yeah.
There
Okay,
was a question that. Well, Amy's got to go because her cell phone's dying. Bye, Amy.
I had to message Amy last night for some tech support on Google Hangout. That's like the second or third time she's hooked me up.
Cases say great shirt. I saw that.
I didn't even realize what shirt I was wearing.
So it's working out okay. Pastures did work out okay.
Yes.
We believe that if we had gotten them 2 months earlier, which is when we initially wanted them, we got them way later than what we had planned on.
We got them, what, mid-June?
Yeah, mid-June, and we wanted them at like the end of April. We think that would have worked out much better. We would have been able to like fully raise them on pasture instead of having to switch them over to grain feed at the end because it stopped growing. So it did work okay, but still a little bit of a disappointment as well.
And when you're talking animals, whether it's excuse me, goats or sheep or pigs or horses, oh my Lord, talk about horses. Everybody's got their opinion. And and
don't even get started in the horse.
am I running a dog?
Don't even go to the horse world.
But I really believe in the pasturing the pigs can be done. And I think to a degree I proved that this year, although we did finish them on commercial feed.
Yes.
Do you want to throw up the picture real quick?
I was trying to catch up on
I got
chat.
two. Oh, you got two of those from Michigan Snow Pony? I had
we
talked
had
about
thought about
that.
that. Yeah, we had talked about it.
And I'm not going to pronounce some of those pigs right, but that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not going to try that one either. Bring up my family picture again. It must have been a big picture.
Bring up my family picture again. Oh, the pigs.
Yeah. Did you notice?
Let's get a bigger picture of the pigs up real quick.
Did you notice a difference in the back fat more or less by feeding them on Oligus?
Okay, I'll address that right now. The answer is, I guess the real answer is I don't know yet. Off the Hereford from the butcher, we got, I don't know how much this weighs.
5 pounds.
5-ish pounds fat off the Hereford. Now, unfortunately, I have never really played with the fat before. And so this weekend, I'm going to render this fat down. But we got one of these 5-pound bags off the Hereford. And then the other one that we took in with the Hereford to get butchered, that runt, we got 3 bags of this off of. Now the butcher maybe goofed up and didn't put them in the right bags, maybe, but that Hereford never really looked like it had a ton of fat on it to us. He just looked solid.
Yeah,
whatever.
he was just I mean, you could just look at him and know that he was a meaty pig.
Yeah. And like I said, we got bacon. We didn't get as much bacon as the year before from the Berkshires that we took in.
Right, Berkhamp Cross.
Berkhamp crosses. But we got, what did we say? We ended up with 13, 14 pounds of bacon.
Yeah, something like that.
And we had 10-pound hams. Now that's half hams. So you could say
his
20
butt was 20 pounds on each side.
Right.
Of him. He had a massive butt.
I was always like, Jenny, look at that. I like big
He had a big butt. That's like the popular song of this song.
It is. The kids run around, I like big butts.
I'm like, no.
So we only got one of these bags off the Hereford if they have it divided up correctly. Now what I'm very inexperienced with playing with the pig fat, and I've noticed other butchers separate the leaf fat or the kidney fat from the back fat. That doesn't appear to be the case here, and from what I've researched, when that all thaws out and I separate it, I think I'll be able to tell the difference. And if I think there's no leaf fat in there, I'm gonna go back to the butcher and ask them why that is. Hopefully it's not just back fat.
I clicked on something.
Uh-oh, you're a clicker.
I am. We did get asked if, let me see if I can.
Baby got back.
I must.
Booty bacon. I love it.
That's awesome. I can't figure out how to scroll. What did I do?
What? Baby,
I broke it. We get asked. Oh, you fixed it. Yeah. I told you guys.
Ooh,
I halfway do something and it just doesn't ever work out. We get asked.
Can I come and heckle? Sure.
Buying a butchered pig from a local farmer. Any tips? What to ask for special cuts or what to avoid?
I don't know enough to give you that. So the butcher that we took these two pigs to, Jerome Country Market here in Michigan, highly recommend them. We had these pigs back in 5 days, back into our freezer in 5 days. The first two pigs that we took in the beginning of January to a different butcher, they have not returned to us yet. And so we're at 4 weeks. Tomorrow is 4 weeks, I believe. And we're finding that a little ridiculous. It originally told us 2 to 3 weeks. But as far as the special cuts, what's that?
Bumblebee Junction. My U key is dying from typing Pratt too.
Okay, so special cuts of meat. We don't, as far as I know, we don't do anything special, but this does remind me, Jerome Country Market, they have on their cut sheet, they have the shoulder butt roast or a picnic smoked roast. And if you ask me, they have this a little bit different than what is normal, or I don't know. So if you Google cuts of pork or whatever, you'll get all kinds of images that come up. They're just graphic images. Not graphic, but I mean, it's not a real, you know what I'm saying? It's just a drawing of a pig with lines on it.
It's a diagram.
Thank you, baby. What would I do without you?
Words, people.
All right. So the butt roast is kind of your shoulder blade, right? And then the picnic is kind of the shoulder.
Here.
The other butcher that we took to, they differentiated between the two, right?
Yes.
But Jerome Country Market, and I'm not saying anything bad about them because we love them, but they consider the butt roast a fresh, unsmoked roast, and it's the whole thing. They consider the smoked picnic the whole thing smoked. So that would be something to look out for, I guess. If you get pork chops, you're not getting loin because the loin is the pork chop.
Right.
All this stuff we're just learning ourselves. So most of them hams they'll cut in half.
Yep. What was the total acreage you used to rotate your pigs?
Not even an acre.
Nope. No, it wasn't.
It was a grand total of, I'm not going to do the math offhand here, but it was a grand total of 100 by 130, I think, or 125.
Yeah.
So that comes out to,
Cherish
yeah,
popped on to say hi. Hi,
that would
Cherish.
be about
Trying to catch up.
1/4 of an acre, I believe.
I think so, yeah. We also got asked, are we planning on doing pigs in the spring? I'm trying to play catch up over here.
Yes, and I'm going to do another video on that, but we are not going, this year, we are not going to do the 100% pasture-fed pigs. We're not going to do that. I totally believe in that, but we had a lot of friends and family ask us for a pig this year. And so we're going to take on a very big task for us, and we're going to do 10 pigs this year. I'm going to do a whole video on this, but I don't have the property to support 10 grass-raised pigs.
No.
But they will be outside, and they will have a pretty good-sized area. They're going to have our old garden, and 2 of those pigs will be for us, possibly 2.5 if one of the orders is only half an order.
Yep.
But yes, the following year, 2018, I'm going to put my pigs, at least 2 pigs for us in our little wooded area, and I'm going to have paddocks around the wooded area. And when I do the pasture raising and the pasture paddocks again, that was a lot of work moving them, moving water, moving feed every 4 to 8 days. That was a lot of work, especially with our already extremely busy schedules.
Yeah, it was.
So I'm going to go more towards a centralized system where they'll say, you give them a sacrifice area, and that's where they're going to live the whole time. But then I'm going to have just gates that I open and close and let them into paddocks from their central area. So they'll be like sleeping here, and there'll be paddocks all around it that I will let them into time and time. So
Freaky Geek 2, can you raise half a pig? Well, I mean, you can. I raised a pig.
It'd be a little bit easier to pick up. But.
Yeah. We also got asked if we're doing bees again, and to answer that, yes, we are going to attempt it again. But
we're doubling down.
We're going to make it a little interesting, and we're going to have a guys versus girls hive.
Yeah,
so we're going to paint our own boxes, and
they're going to paint their box all pretty. But the girls versus boys, who's getting into the girls' bee box?
The bees. That was a good answer. Oh my gosh! Okay, so that was my reaction to when Patera joins us.
How you doing, Patera?
I'm like starstruck.
Jenny was just talking about how she was very excited to be invited to your conference.
Yes.
So the bees, we are going to double down, and I feel like I learned a lot last year with the failed beehive, and even a lot of that failure was my own fault. I think if I would have reacted faster, I could have saved our bees last year.
Yeah.
But
we just didn't know enough.
We didn't, so. And at least on that issue, which the problem, if you're not sure what the problem was, our queen disappeared or died or whatever, something, and she never laid any eggs. And by the time I realized what I was looking at, or TJ and I both, it was kind of TJ and I's project. By the time we realized what was going on and all that, it was getting late in the season. But Lefty's Rabbit, another YouTube channel, lives in our area. He had also offered to give me some brood, and we were going to try to force a supercell. And Jenny's just dying to tell me something, but I still.
No, she said Jenny's face was priceless.
But I still failed. Just busy. I failed to make arrangements with him to get that done as well. So we're going to be on top of the bees more next year, I hope, and double down.
Yes.
All right.
We've been asked a couple times if we're going to do like a steer or a cow or anything like that.
I told Jenny. I was driving down the road the other night. My job includes a lot of driving, so I do a lot of thinking when I'm driving.
It's dangerous.
I'll come home and Jenny will be like, "Oh, guess what?" Jenny's like, "No,
I haven't even had coffee." We went.
But I told her I had a daydream the other day while I was driving down the road. I was paying attention. I was being safe. I just had one of those little daydreams that I came home with 2 cows and put them in the pasture and went and woke up Jenny and said, "Hey, you have to go do barn chores." And
go down there and find 2 cows. I was like, "Don't you do it." And TJ goes, "Yeah, that would be funny." I'm like, "No, don't encourage this."
Oh, but yes. So the other part of the whole cow conversation with us was that we planted a whole bunch of grass hay on the back side of the property. I was 2 acres maybe. And I told Jen, and that's all for the horse. And I told Jenny, I was like, I don't think we can produce enough hay for the horse and all the other animals. I could be wrong. But we are going to cut that hay. We are going to cut that grass come spring and see where we're standing with that. But the whole idea was to feed the horse. Again, here, have my wallet. But I don't think that's going to happen. So since we've made it so the horse is a pet. The horse is no longer like part of the homestead finances. The horse is a pet now. There's no homestead function for him necessarily. So we might just reserve ourselves to buying hay for him. And we have talked about on that 2 acres back there, putting 1 or 2 cows back there.
Yep. Patera says that if we can do all those pigs, the steer can be done.
Oh yeah. No, I have no doubt we could do a pig. Or
yeah, I have no doubt we can do a pig because we've already done.
I have no doubt that we could do a steer.
Yeah.
And reap the benefits.
I think that it would be good. But we've also considered, yaks versus steers, just because they do kind of consume less. But watching Dan at Grass Fed Homestead, he went and visited another farm, and they take forever to grow out.
Yeah, that lady said that her yaks take 3 years to mature.
Yeah,
that's an
a
investment. I also like what Melanie Road to Farm did for a cow. She found one that was almost done. Brought it home for a couple months, finished it off, and then took it to the butcher.
Old Alabama gardener. Hi, Charles.
Oh, hey, Charles, how you doing? A cow it's almost inevitable. I mean, are we going to do it this year? I don't know. We are kind of hoping for a little bit slower year this year. I don't know if that's going to happen.
It never. I'm all like sitting down. Well, we need to do this. It's like, yeah. I didn't even fold the laundry today. Don't care. No, it's we are rearranging things, looking into what works, what doesn't work here.
You're right, Buckrun. Horses never stop costing. And what Mother of Many Horses say? How do you
want to know how to make a small fortune? You start with a large one and you buy horses.
Or do you want to know how to make a small fortune with horses?
Yeah.
You start with a large fortune.
Yep. Yep, that's right.
Oh, that's funny stuff. But
my horse loves me. It's
okay. Charles, good luck to you later this week. We will be waiting to hear the results of all that. And actually, Charles, since you're here, we're going to have a fun little giveaway. Maybe start tomorrow on Facebook. And in that giveaway, we'll be giving away some of the seeds that you sent us, Charles. We really appreciate all those seeds that you sent us.
My horse is cheap therapy. That's right.
There's no way they're Sullivan family. There is no way you are putting horse and cheap in the same sentence. I would love to pay for her to go to a shrink. Actually, that's not bad.
I don't need to go to a shrink. I just need to bundle up like an Eskimo and go out to the barn right now. Seriously, if it wasn't for CJ, I don't think I would really go outside right now. It's been so cold. But
hey, back on the beef thing real quick. One of the pigs, of those 10 pigs that we're going to raise this year, the local farmer here, I'm going to raise a pig for him. We're not going to exchange any cash. He raises cows. They're not grass-fed, or at least they're not purely grass-fed cows. But he raises cows. We're going to do a pork beef swap. So that'll put quite a bit of beef into our freezer as well. So
yeah. Did we do a turkey? We have not done turkeys, but we're actually talking about doing it and then like doing our own lunch meat and stuff like that, because we do eat a lot of lunch meat.
What was the channel?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. There's a channel, I believe she has, I thought it was like 40,000 subscribers. I can't think of who it is, but she took chicken breasts and some of the dark meat and made homemade lunch meat. I believe it's a prepper channel. I believe there's preppers in the name of her channel. I can't think of who it is. But I came home, I watched it at work. I think I said, we're making lunch meat. So we are actually talking about doing a couple turkeys this year. Let them run around and
Yeah.
We're not huge turkey fans. We would much rather have a ham at Thanksgiving. We'd much rather have a ham at Christmas.
Yeah. Well, we do have a ham at Christmas.
Or once a week, actually.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. We didn't even have our hams for 5 hours. And he's like, we're having ham this weekend, right? And I'm like, no, let it sit in the freezer for a little bit and let us, think we have meat in there. Let's not consume it all at once. I mean, we've had the pig back since Monday.
Nice.
And we've already had 3 meals with pork in it. Like, these pigs are not going to last long here.
Oh man. So we did have a farm fresh turkey two years ago.
Yes.
One of the local guys here, we don't even know him. Well, we do now, but
I do need to live in Georgia.
He had a
77.
He had a old antique
24
corn sheller on the side of the road for sale, and we stopped and picked it up and stopped by every so often, said hi to him, and got to chit chatting. I bought some ground beef because he does cows also, and actually he gave me that ground beef. So then we gave him a bunch of stuff, and then he calls us up the day before Thanksgiving and says, "Hey, I just had my turkeys butchered. One of these is yours. Come get it." Oh, okay, thank you. So we had a free.
Later on, we swapped and gave him some stuff again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a 19-pound turkey that he gave us, and it was really.
That was an awesome Thanksgiving gift from him. So we were actually talking the other night. We're gonna go drop by, surprise him. Actually, we were gonna do that yesterday, and we didn't. Go surprise him with some pork roasts and some other stuff from our. Yeah. We still got onions and potatoes and everything out there. We're gonna go surprise him and his wife with a little care package.
Sarah said, "Is it not the best sausage?" It is really good. Like, everything about it is really good. It just, when we ran out of pork from our first pig, I wouldn't buy pork from the store.
We did not buy pork. We did buy ground pork a couple times for some stuff that I wanted to play experimenting with.
Yeah. And I did buy bacon, but I would only go to Jerome Country Market and buy the bacon that they make, our pigs into, not like store-bought.
Not the store-bought big box bacon.
Nope, I can't go back to that. It's not good.
I was just gonna say something on that.
We gave my parents some pork chops from our first pig.
Oh, that is what I was gonna say.
And my dad's not. I mean, he's just not one to say a whole lot about stuff. And he sent me a text message, and he was like, "So when do we get to come shopping at your freezer?" I'm like, "You don't, but we'll raise a pig for you next year."
And somebody asked about cuts of meat earlier, and I think this would fall into it also. Last year's pig that we turned in, we got half smoked and half normal or plain pork chops. We fell in love with smoked pork chops.
Oh my gosh.
Never before have I asked for more pork chops at dinner time than when we had
or any of these guys.
Or any of these guys. And so this year, off of this one pig, we asked for all of the pork chops to be smoked. And we just absolutely love those smoked pork chops.
Do you want to do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you go get me a blanket? I am freezing.
I'll get you your sheet.
I got my jacket right here, babe, if you want.
Popsicle.
So yeah, those smoked pork chops are. So what do we get? We got the pork chop smoked, the ham smoked, and the bacon smoked. Yeah. So I'm actually about to go run down and experiment, start playing with making my own bacon. It'll be a baby step. I really don't need that. It'll. He's
a heater box and I'm a popsicle.
It'll really.
I'm shaving.
I'm gonna go get some pork belly and start practicing making bacon. So one of the baby steps for next year, I think, will be I won't have them make the bacon. We'll save the money and have the bacon brought home. Probably same with the sausage. And for next year, I may go ahead and just let them smoke the pork chops and hams again for us, just to get it done. But I'm hoping next year I take care of all the bacon and sausage. That's my hope.
Thanks, Rain Country.
Was it?
Hi, Deep South Homestead.
Well, hello. Go ahead. I'll let you. I can tell you who it is. I'll go in my history here real quick, and I'm looking while Jenny's gonna talk.
Oh, I'm talking.
Jenny's like, I'm talking.
I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about. Are we gonna build a smokehouse someday? You know what? We've talked about it, but what he wants it to look like and what I want it to look like don't meet that
Oh.
we don't meet up because I'm like, oh, I want it to be like these planks of wood, and I want to look. He's like, so you want it to look pretty? I was like, well, if it's gonna be in the yard and I gotta see it out the window, it better look pretty.
I don't want it to look pretty. I want it to look cool, like
And I
150
want it
years old.
Pretty.
Deep South Homestead here. Yes, easy to do. I just watched Deep South Homestead's video the other night. The new video they have up, jalapeno venison sausage. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. I'd commented about Danny sending me some. How much per pound? Just I'll send you a blank check. Just send it some to me. But yeah, let me find who that was. Although that was quite a while ago.
Shape the smokehouse like a pipe. Well, I want it to be. I don't know. I know what I want it to look like, but he doesn't want to do all that. What he because it's very complicated. And it's funny because when he'll start working on a project or designing something.
Hold on, real quick.
What?
Was that Tim that said that?
I don't know.
Tim was right. Bexar Prepper. That's who it was.
Yeah.
That's whose video I watched on the turkey lunch meat.
But I'll tell him, he'll be talking to me and I'll go, oh, and he goes, what? Because he knows whatever comes out of my mouth is going to be more complex than what he was planning on. And like with the garden, he's like, I think we'll put a gate in here. And I'm like, oh, I know what it should look like. And I'll start explaining. He's like, that doesn't sound simple. I'm like, but it's pretty. It's like, it needs to be pretty. It's like, if I'm stuck looking at it, it's got to look, I've got to like it. And yeah, he doesn't, Mm-mm.
Oh, Just Living. I've been asking him some questions about pigs and stuff too. He's been letting me pick his brain. See, he's here. He says he's got 140 pounds of pork bellies he needs to cure and smoke. Dang.
Another word you pronounce wrong.
Oh, man.
Bear.
That's bear. Oh, okay.
The X's must be silent.
So anybody that watches any of our videos should be used to me not being able to talk. So.
Hi, Hannah.
Where you see that? Oh.
TJ's cousin.
Hey, TJ. He
Door's
probably
closed.
can't hear.
I'll go tell him. I'm stuck with the blanket.
Yes, Just Living is incredible, Patera. He's been very very helpful with answering my questions and giving me some tips and pointers, especially for next year's 10 pigs. That is going to be quite the it's going to be quite the challenge. Go ahead, say hi if you want.
Hi.
TJ's
cousin
is
in
is
the chair.
here.
Yeah.
Hannah Dexter is TJ's cousin. But the obstacles with 10 pigs that I might run into next year, and it's gonna be completely different than what I did this year. So it's like a whole new challenge and learning stuff. So
You two make me feel old and lazy. That is not the intent. I'm sorry. I just don't have the energy to do all the stuff you two are doing. Neither do we.
Yeah, that's why we're kind of hoping for a quote unquote slower year this year, but we're putting in more horse paddocks. We're gonna raise 10
more
pigs.
fencing, 10 pigs, more bees. Putting in an orchard. So much for slower.
Is Permaculture Homestead here? Another great shout out. He's been doing some one-on-one with me for some ideas on how to get going on an orchard, and just so that I can hopefully do it right.
The horse can produce good fertilizer if you don't medicate the horse. That is correct. And we do not medicate the horse.
And I've got a huge pile out there of hot composted poo that I cannot wait to use as a fertilizer. So hopefully, I forget what I read. Some of you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I think I read if you can get that pile of poo heated over 130, that it kills all the weed seeds. So I know. TJ, how hot did we have that pile? Wasn't it like 160 or 70 at one time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah. And so we have another pile, a bigger pile of uncooked that I was actually just telling Jenny the other day I need to get it cooked.
Cooking poop sounds gross.
So
am I gonna make curtains for the new go? No,
are you gonna do what?
I'm not making curtains for the new go host. And maybe if it was for the girl goats that don't smell bad, Maybe.
Oh,
but
Jenny
it's
hates those
for the
boy
boys,
goats.
and they're nasty. So
Are they that bad,
they-
TJ?
if you stand in the wrong direction when the wind blows, they're that bad.
Jenny's mom. Did I tell you guys this last time? Jenny's mom came to visit, and she went over to pet the. And Jenny's mom's is here a lot, but she went to pet the boys. I was like, oh, you don't want to do that. You do not want to pet those
You will
boys.
never get that smell off. Yeah.
Mudward's chickens. Is she asking us about chickens? Or is she asking us about chickens?
I missed the chicken. What? Where's the chicken?
It just says chickens question mark.
Chickens? I don't know.
Our
about chicken.
Our chicken plan is we are extremely downsizing them, and we're probably starting that this weekend. We don't eat chicken eggs. Andrew, my other son, can only have duck eggs. Well, actually, he's allergic to chicken egg whites. So all we eat anymore is duck eggs. We have how many duck hens?
Billy goats are rank. Pee on themselves. It's nasty stuff.
And they don't just pee; they do everything on themselves.
It's nasty stuff.
It's like, how bad can I smell? Them girls gonna like me, right, baby?
Wait. Running for the hills.
That
could be fine. You don't have to stay.
You can stay here if you want, but you can
Totally up to you.
whatever. So what was I saying? Oh, the duck eggs. We have how many female ducks do we have?
8.
8. They provide us all the eggs that we need, and they are religious layers. They lay nonstop. And Patera just actually did a video on her ducks and all that, and how great they are. In fact, I believe she dubbed them the hardiest homestead animal.
Yeah.
So go check out Patera's video. But yeah, so we are going to extremely downsize our ducks, or our chickens.
We're not touching ducks.
We're probably going to end up, I don't know what, probably about 25 in the freezer or so.
Yeah. Because
we're basically feeding them, and we're not eating their eggs, and they're not even like producing that much anymore right now with the cold. But I do sell eggs to some friends at work, but it's just like one more thing on the plate. So we're going to downsize it and do that.
I was told if you cut the Billy's beard off, they won't stink. Well, one of ours has a beard and the other one doesn't, and they smell equally just as bad.
They are pretty bad, but
so that means if we cut your beard off, you won't smell anymore.
TJ, if you didn't hear TJ, he said if we cut my beard off, I won't smell anymore.
I'm surprised you didn't turn around and be like, you can go now. You going to plant any field corn for your 10 pigs, just buy feed in bulk, or both?
Yes. We've already been in contact with our local feed mill. Jenny was about 3 or 4 days ago asking them about purchasing in bulk and everything. And I am, if you saw our videos, our Indian corn that we planted last year, which is good corn for feed that we got from Baker Creek. I didn't have great luck with it, but I also didn't tend to it all that good. So we're going to try growing some more of that for them as well. But we are actually going to have a pig garden next year. And because I can't think of it, boom, what are we planting in there?
Turnips, radishes, a couple different types of radishes. There will be corn, some peas, some zucchini, some cucumbers, some summer squashes. We're also going to do winter squashes, anything that actually grows that we can get over to them for winter squashes.
The corn won't be in there. Corn will be in the...
It'll be in a different spot, but we
made a whole list of stuff that we're going to grow, and some of it's fast turnaround stuff. To constantly be getting them some fresh veggies and stuff, and that garden is going to be specifically for the pigs. If the corn does good, they'll get some corn, and we're going to have a huge squash patch, which will mostly, I believe, be a winter squash patch. Correct? Over there.
Over there will be winter. Yeah.
Yeah.
The summer squash stuff is
basically a pumpkin patch, but we're going to do all kinds of different stuff. But they will be getting those as well. So we're going to be supplementing a lot, but we are also talking to the local feed mill about discounted rates for feed.
Yes. So. Do duck eggs taste good? Yeah, they taste like eggs. The yolk is the way that we describe it is like a little bit creamier. Mm-hmm. Especially if you do like a hard-boiled egg, it's not crumbly. It's creamier.
It's very nice.
They're a lot bigger too.
I personally don't notice a taste difference. Some people do though, but I personally don't notice a taste difference. But yes, the texture of the duck egg, I think, is phenomenal. I mean, let's face it. You fry an egg in some bacon grease and you put some salt and pepper on it, you got yourself an egg, right?
Yeah.
But that yolk is really nice. Now, TJ might have a different opinion. What's your opinion on duck eggs? You gotta speak up so I can hear
I
you.
don't like them as much as chicken eggs. I prefer chicken eggs over duck eggs.
He does, and that's not.
Some folks say yes, some say no.
Right.
Yep.
And
But
that's-
duck eggs are great for baking. Yes.
But that's we're not keeping chickens specifically for TJ, and one of the other kids prefers chicken too, don't they? Faith?
No, it's just him.
Oh.
That has the preference thing.
We're not keeping chicken eggs just for him, but it'd be nice to have them. And we have a couple chickens that have pardons for life. So,
What kind of ducks do we have? We have our white ones are Peckins, and the Drake with them is a Rowan, and then we have 4 hens and a Drake that is Rowan Peckin crosses that we had hatched out ourselves.
right.
A mishmash.
And they don't roam around together.
No,
They-
the crosses do their own thing, and the
The original
Rowan
flock
and Peckins do their own thing.
flock, right?
Mm.
Flock. Yeah. So they're always in two
Loud
different
is
spots,
all I
and they
know.
try very hard not to hang out with each other.
They
But
do,
every
yeah.
once in a while, they're hanging out together.
Hi to Sean. TJ beat me to that. Oh, that must have been the beard comment. Plant turnips for the pigs. We are doing turnips for the
Yep.
pigs.
Oh, I'll tell you another fail on my pigs this year.
Thank you, Tiffany. I'm having fun doing the crochet videos.
Um,
It keeps like skipping on me.
Oh, it says something about Danny wants ducks. So we are extremely happy with ducks, and that's all that we eat. That's the only eggs that we eat. And we are also about to sample some meat. But on the pigs thing, I saw something that made me think of this. Our pigs from a year, or actually a year and a half ago, they took to those watering nipples immediately. There was no question about it. Those pigs took to the watering nipples. Oh my gosh. Jenny and I this year trying to get those 4 pigs this year onto the watering nipples.
And we never succeeded. All the way to the end, they still never figured it out.
They refused. Well, I don't know if it's the right answer, but when we get piglets here in a month or two, they're going to get in a pretty small confined area for a couple days or whatever until they learn to drink from that nipple.
We're
And
not
then-
carrying buckets.
and then-
That is just a joke.
Well, I mean, we tried everything. I tried putting peanut butter on those nipples, honey, and other stuff, and they never took to those watering nipples, and it made carrying water this year very rough.
Have we tried Cherokee White Eagle corn? We have
No.
not tried that yet. We've tried 2 different sweet corns. This year, we're going to go ahead and repeat the Dorney sweet corn that we did last year. We messed up on our corn. That was our fault. It just did not do well. And then the ducks were able to go in there and they messed it all up. So we're going to
the ducks
repeat
are
that.
destructive.
And then we're doing Indian corn and glass gem corn. And we picked out a new popcorn one, but I can't remember the name of it.
And we just got packages in the mail today from Baker.
Yeah,
too.
they just came today. So we
Speaking-
are going to give those some I'll have to look into
Speaking
the
of
Cherokee
corn,
White.
there's somebody on here that I thought about ordering some through. Eric Life and Farmland ordered through him. I was telling you about it.
What?
Somebody on here sells his corn. His corn. I've told you about this already.
There's a
They're
lot
in,
that
they're in
you
the
tell
chat
me.
right now.
Danny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about ordering some of Danny's corn. Eric Life and Farmland, I think, ordered some, did a video on it, and he's looking forward to doing that next year, and kind of got me wanting to play a little, so I might have to order some of that.
To answer your question, Hannah, when are we doing giveaway? We're going to be doing a Facebook giveaway within the next couple of days. It's actually a contest, and then the winner will get some Morty squash seeds that we got from Old Alabama Gardener. But other
I'm
than that,
also
we
gonna-
don't have any other future giveaways planned that we're going to talk about as of yet.
Right. And also on that contest or whatever, I'll throw a little thing of the smoked salt that I make. Everybody of our family that's tried that smoked salt seems to like it. And then we might come up with 1 or 2 other little things to throw in there.
You need Danny corn for eating must. Second.
Oh,
Do
Patera
you see how it skipped?
Patera says she's expanding her ducks. And we are scrolling way back in the comments here.
Yeah. Danny is wanting ducks. Do it.
I will say I'll go ahead and say some negatives about ducks though. They are really messy.
Yes, they're peeking. They're not pecking, but there's jokes with the rowing and the pecking, and my brother-in-law was like, "Oh, you got peeking ducks?" And I'm like, "No. We're gonna call them pecking ducks."
So here are some negatives about the ducks. I built a 55-gallon water, and it was in the chicken coop. 40 chickens in there. I drop a submersible heater in it in the winter. No mess. And when we had 4 or 5 ducks, there was no mess. We now have 10 ducks in that coop. And when they drink from that water, the ground is just soaked. And you can watch them when they do it, and water's just spraying everywhere. So we have taken all food and water out of the chicken coop, and that doesn't go in there anymore. And that's only because of the ducks. The other thing is the ducks went waddling through the garden and knocked over all my onions last year.
It was my idea to get these ducks.
Which actually, it was Jenny's idea to get the ducks, and she got the ducks a month or 2 before we found out Andrew was allergic to chicken egg whites.
Yeah.
So it actually kind of worked out.
But I went to the store for not ducks, and I came home with ducks.
Mike, guess what I got?
You didn't see him when you walked by? Well, actually, no. I was looking at him funny, and he just goes, "Where are they?" I was like, "They're in the sunroom."
Oh. But
it was funny.
It was.
Somebody raises their pigs in the fall, winter, so they aren't as much work. The first 2 that we did, we got them in December.
We really enjoyed
we raised them until June. And they had a pen. They didn't really go out too much.
They had a big pen. They had a really big pen.
They mostly stayed in their little house.
They did.
Shed thingy. But
if there was snow on the ground, they did not come out of there.
But they were so awesome, and they were kind of less work. I mean, but they drank from the watering nipples, which reduced carrying 5-gallon buckets.
And they stayed in the shed that's just right across the driveway here. They weren't farther away or anything.
Right.
And those first 2 were. They were Hampshire, Burke and Hampshire mix, right?
Yes.
And we ended up with 24-ish pounds of bacon off that Burke. And that was a 167 hanging weight on that one. That was 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
We are in Michigan.
We are in Michigan. We are so south in Michigan that we could almost spit to the Ohio border. Khaki candles are amazing. Yeah, that's the one. When I was talking about her video, I couldn't remember the name.
Yeah. Which they sell at TSC. They usually have the Rowans and the Pekin ducks, and a few of the stores I've seen the khaki Campbells, but I never bought those ones because I didn't know what they were. They would just look funny looking little brown duck. And but yeah, watching your videos, and then you and I have talked in the past about the ducks and stuff, and you have recommended those, and so I kind of want to pick up some baby ducks.
Right. And Patera's talking about red wattles right now. Yeah. She had actually commented on our Facebook page, and I had just 2 hours before that emailed a red wattle breeder that's quote unquote in our area to see if they would have any available come. We're looking March, April is what we would like to get the piglets.
Yes. 50 ducks in a hot tub. We have seen some of his videos. Solve the messy area around pans by placing their water outside their pen, but allowing them an opening to drink and dip their heads in, but not stand in and splatter water everywhere. It doesn't matter if they're like standing next to it or standing in it. These ducks, that's what their deal is.
I see what you're saying. So when they're drinking, their head's not actually coming back in.
Yeah.
But
I could see that.
Yeah. So when we had it just in the coop there, they'd walk around with the water and still be like gargling with it and walking away and spraying water everywhere. They're so funny though. Yeah. So we are hoping this year to have, I'm hoping to have 2 or 3 breeds of pigs this year. The red wattles is one I'm definitely looking into, and another breeder said he has a whole bunch that we could choose from, but we will probably keep one of each in comparison, see what happens.
Could you have only 2 female ducks with chickens? Our ducks live with our chickens. The only thing
to answer Patera's question, yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, are your ducks with chickens? We do have them in the same thing. We kind of been talking about separating them and the ducks having their own house, their own pen. We've even talked about putting like a little pond in there, or I have. But yeah. But right now they are in the same coop and they go in at the same time, they eat at the same time. That's why it was getting just really messy. It was too wet for the chickens to be in there. And
we don't want that
ducks.
coop wet.
Yeah.
No.
But one, I guess, not positive with the chickens and the duck thing is we hatched out 9 ducks and 1 chicken at the same time.
We had an awful chicken hatch rate this year. Awful. The year before we did phenomenal. This year we couldn't hatch nothing.
And the 1 chicken still to this day thinks he is a duck.
He runs around with the mixed flock.
And he likes to get friendly with the girl ducks.
He likes to get friendly with the girl ducks, which is just an odd thing to see in the middle of the...
Maybe when they're little, keep them all separated, but otherwise they get along great.
We do have 2 baby pools set up for the ducks. So what we are doing right now is there's no water in the coop, and they all come out and get water first thing in the morning. We changed up the feeding plan as well. We were feeding at night, and so for the winter time right now at least, we're feeding in the morning so that they can walk out of the coop and go right to water and go get it. Because we did some reading and researching that you don't want to let them eat with no water, both chickens and ducks. So we feed first thing in the morning, and then they all come out and they get their sources of water first thing in the morning.
Ouch.
Okay, good. Well, Patera's doing the same, and we're doing something right, baby. Oh, what we got there?
Squash, squash.
Oh, this is what OAG sent us. Old Alabama Gardener.
The warty squash.
And I tell you what,
somebody had asked what kind of squash.
Oh, is that what somebody asked?
Squash.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of seeds.
And he's given us very good instructions on how to. We're gonna pull the seeds out. Some very good instructions on how to prepare it, and he's got videos up of going and how to save these seeds and everything. Man, if you guys haven't been to Old Alabama Gardener's channel, you really need to go check him out. But yep, and we'll probably on our little contest giveaway, we'll probably give away. I'm not even 50 or 100 seeds, 50 seeds maybe. I don't know.
Something.
Yep. And these are ones that he already separated for us.
Yep. There's thick wall, thin wall.
Thick wall and thin wall. But then he gave us a whole big bag of unsorted seeds. So
yeah.
Holy cow, we've been doing this for an hour and 15 minutes.
Whoa. We like talking to you.
Yeah.
Wait, what's we got? Yes, we could use a moderator. We haven't figured that part out.
Yeah, actually, Rain Country has said the same thing to us, and so I guess we need to pick a moderator sometime.
Yes.
What do you think?
Logan's Homestead just joined. Hi.
Deep South Homestead, what time's your show tomorrow? I believe Danny's show is, their show is at 9 p.m. Eastern, right? Or is it 8?
Is that Eastern?
Well, we're in Eastern.
Well, I know that.
Do we watch it at 9? We do watch it at 9, don't we?
Is it 9? I don't know.
I'm sure Danny will let us know, or Wanda, whoever's on here.
9.
All right, there we go.
Bob Homestead chimed in.
Thanks, Bob. We don't get to catch a lot of live shows, but we are trying to catch more. Wintertime's a little bit easier.
A little bit.
So, what? Anybody else got any more questions or anything specifically pigs, but anything for that matter? It doesn't.
You wrote something and I can't read it.
Questions.
Oh, questions. Okay.
It's my.
Okay, seriously, guys. Like, does that say questions?
You know, we'll go to the anywhere, the vet, or the school, a store, or anything, and somebody will hand me a form to fill out, and I just look at it, and Jenny takes it and goes and fills it out. Because if I fill it out, they're not going to be able to read it.
Will we be expanding the syrup operation this year?
Will we be expanding what?
Syrup operation.
Yes. Expanding. I don't know if we can expand.
We're just hoping to do better than we did last year.
Yeah. So last year, that was our very first video, was the maple syrup operation. So go check out our very first video, me and Andrew showing you guys our operation. But last year we put in about double the amount of taps, and we got the same amount of syrup as the first year. Is that correct?
Yes.
But our trees budded really fast last spring. I mean, there was no, I mean, it was like syrup was flowing, and then all of a sudden the trees budded, which my understanding is you want to stop pulling syrup when they've budded. But it was kind of weird. Other trees around us, other maple trees where people were getting syrup, had not budded.
Right. It was just our yard.
So yeah, we are going to do syrup again. I just can't imagine not doing syrup now. But
do we sell our syrup? We have not as of yet. We consume it in a very short amount of time. But we've, like this year, we added it to our Christmas packages for some of our family.
We ran out of syrup for ourselves, but we still added it. Our Christmas package, if you guys didn't catch that, our Christmas package this year to some of our family members was stuff, all that we had made here, produced, grown or produced here on our property. And so part of that, they got some syrup, they did get some honey and some other stuff too. So
do we homeschool?
No.
Honestly,
the older two don't want to be homeschooled.
They don't. They're used to public school. They love their school. They love their friends. They love their activities. And we love their school. Andrew and Grace.
Andrew wants nothing to do with going to school, but he does excellent at school.
Yeah, he's a great student, and he's excelling, and he's learning very well. He just doesn't like the actual get up and go part.
TJ and Faith, the older two, they are at the top of their classes. They really excel. We got some good stuff there.
People want to hear about folks that work regular jobs in Homestead. There would be a great video from Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go.
Basically no sleep. and you know, and honestly, what that really comes down to, who's leaving?
Lisa.
Sutton's days?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get with Sutton's days. I'm gonna do a video with her, I think. What that actually ends up being, me working and doing the homestead, means Jenny busts her butt a lot. That's what that means. The whole milking the goat thing. Who were we just talking to doesn't. Oh, I was watching Daniel Arms's live feed this morning, and he talked about his goat operation, Arms Family Homestead. But Tara, I know she does. And talk about he doesn't milk his goats, but he's got meat goats anyways. But he just doesn't have the time to milk his goats. And the plan when we started milking our goat was I was going to do it in the morning, especially on the weekdays. But I'll be honest, that doesn't even happen 50% of the time.
Nope. And I told him, I said, if we get these goats, I'm not milking these goats. These are your goats. I did not want to do the goat thing. I'm like, I'm not doing this.
TJ, what do you think of the goat's milk?
I milk the goats.
What do you think of the goat's milk?
It's really good.
Yeah,
it tastes like regular milk.
Yeah, our goat's milk, at least, it has no goat flavor, no bad flavor. A couple family members that we've let have taste test, they kind of thought the texture was weird until I reminded them that it's whole milk. It's not 2% water you get from the store.
Right.
It's whole milk, and they're like, oh yeah, but yeah, it's nice. It's not goaty flavor, nothing. No bad smell. Milk. It's just milk. I don't drink milk, and I've drank a ton of it.
We're being asked if more kids. No more kids. No more children.
Well. It was something we agreed on.
Yeah, something like that. No, we decided before we even started homesteading that four was going to be enough. But now after being here,
I was done at 2 though. To be fair, but she really had to get number 4. She really beat me up pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's 4. 4 is a good number for us, but now moving here, homesteading, and the amount of work that we do and the chores and stuff like that, my third and fourth pregnancies were a little bit tougher, especially with Andrew. Andrew, that was a really hard one. And my whole labor and delivery with Grace was a whopping 2 hours. I had to be taken by ambulance, and I barely even made it in the hospital.
Oh, that's a whole story we got to
There's no way that another one, I won't even be able to make it to the car.
We got to do a video on that story of Grace. We've got to. That was crazy. Car engines blowing up, ambulances.
Yeah, car broke down.
Harley Davidson parking lot.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
making a video.
It is quite the story. So no, there can be no more.
Oh, we do got to do a video on that.
It is really funny.
Nothing I said was inaccurate.
Nope. What kind of goats do we have? We have kinder goats. They're a cross between Nubians, females are Nubians, and the males are pygmies.
It's a small goat. I say they're small, but they're actually classified as a medium-sized goat, but they're pretty small.
We have talked before, but I understand the homesteading versus another baby. It can be tough.
Yeah, we watch these.
Homesteading is a high demand thing, and it does put a lot of stress and strain on the body sometimes. And man, especially carrying 5-gallon buckets, and especially winters here and ice. We've had a lot of ice.
That would be a whole
falling.
The whole other story would be if I wasn't working and I stayed right here.
What about it?
I'm always telling her, I'm quitting today. How come I come home jobless? We're just gonna find something to live off the land.
And then we'll be homeless. So congratulations, you still don't get to homestead.
The nice thing though is I do get a lot of vacation time.
Yes.
But yeah, we've watched some videos, and I'm drawing a complete blank on Instagram who we follow that they just had a baby.
My baby is 13, which means we're almost 30. Our baby is 3. She thinks she's 13, but she's 3.
After every baby I've said, okay, the 18-year clock just got reset.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, I love my kids to death. 4 is a good number.
4 is crazy.
And honestly, I know people live in a lot smaller houses than we have with a lot more kids than we have, but we feel we're packed in here just about perfect. And we are kind of packed in here. Yeah. But I mean, I know there's other families this size house who have 8 kids, but
yeah, I would have 8 kids. But somebody said no.
Jenny would never stop having. Jenny would want a fresh baby in the house every year for the next 30 years.
I love me some babies.
46, 16, 30.
46. I love how you started with the 46.
I wasn't
44. My oldest kid. Probably the most high maintenance.
I have no idea what she's talking about. Is there somebody next to me? What do you got, TJ? What are you thinking about? What do you think about all this stuff? Baby, we're coming up on an hour and a half.
Yeah, I know.
This is fun though. This live stuff, this is fun. We got no problem answering any questions or anything. So if you I don't even know.
Grace hit the ground running, and she has not slowed down since she
Grace is something else. Who said that?
Tim.
Oh, Grace is something else.
Yeah, she is not slowed down.
We notice there's a huge difference between our 2 older kids and the 2 younger kids. And it's not just age. They are different people. I mean, the 2 older kids have always been pretty mellow, calm. TJ here, when he was a baby, if you wanted to, you could just lay him on the ground for 4 hours. He didn't care. He didn't want nothing. He didn't whine or fuss.
We said he was like the perfect baby.
And then we had Faith.
And then we had Faith, who cried through her whole first year. If you even thought about putting the child down, you didn't even have to move. You just thought about putting her down, and the waterworks would start. And she slept in our bed. And
but TJ and Faith are both very calm, very precise, quiet, reserved. They're outgoing. They're not afraid to go do stuff. And then
Andrew came along. Wow, talk about a ball of energy. Walking at 9 months and just
jumping off the couch at like 6 months or whatever.
He would put, so they had this little like riding horse that had wheels. he would put it up on top of the ottoman and then tried to stand on top of that. He's not even a year old yet. And I'm like, no, kid, do you not see what's going to happen? And no, he would try to ride the horse right off the ottoman.
Andrew's 1,000 miles an hour, isn't he?
Still is.
Yeah, still is. And,
from the moment he wakes up to the moment he passes out.
Grace is the same way. So that's what I talk about. The two younger kids are just completely different than the two older kids. It has nothing to do with age.
Hi.
It has nothing to do with age. It's just weird that split difference between them.
Yes. It's been a very entertaining live show. Yeah. People would think we're crazy if they lived with us or even just came to visit us for like 24 hours. So yeah, we're interesting. Yeah.
Well, that's a whole nother video to do as well that I've seen. I believe I've seen some people in here have done it. When we first moved out here 2 years ago, almost 2.5 years ago, Jenny was in this circle of moms from the old school, and she was suddenly talking about, yeah, we're gonna butcher a rooster this weekend, and they're like, what? What are you talking about? Huh?
People think we're crazy.
And Jenny started feeling like she was getting that cockeyed look,
judgmental look.
Yeah,
you know,
she kind of felt like, whether it was true or not, she kind of felt like she was getting that look quite a bit, and people were like, "You're gonna kill a chicken?
What are you doing?
What are you talking about?"
Well, yeah, he attacked our kid. Chicken go bye bye. But yeah, it's a whole different world.
Yeah. Now we don't even think about it. Now it is what it is. But
yeah, it's like, it's butcher day. All right, come on. Get your grubby clothes on, because last time I ended up in a bloodbath.
TJ could be the moderator.
Yeah. You can sit here and yell at people. Don't say that. Yeah, if you have if we would have had our young ones first, we would have had 2. There would we would have had 2. Yeah. My oldest was the wildest, born screaming and still does. Yep.
And Andrew, Jenny's really kicking herself in the butt because Andrew's name is Andrew Michael Pratt. So my brother's name is Andrew. He goes by Andy. So.
And then he's Michael.
So Andrew has both of our names, which Jenny should have just known right then.
I should have known because and
it was her idea.
It was from the moment, like the very first time that Mike and his brother got together. Even Andy's wife was like, "Pratt brothers are together. This is not good." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? It can't be that bad." It's that bad. It's that bad. You get those two together and it's just like, I can't even keep up with them. I literally just sit there and just watch them like, are they ever going to stop? And then I stuck our kid with both of their names.
Yeah, Jenny came up to me one day.
Like, I don't want to name him this, but I really like the name
she's like,
Andrew Michael. And he's like, oh yeah.
She's like, this is not going to be the name, but Andrew Michael sounds pretty cool. And that's where we're at. And what are the initials? Andrew Michael Pratt? Amp.
And he lives up to that 100%. No doubt.
Oh my gosh. I miss what's going on there. I'm crying over here. Take those women some raw milk.
Yeah, we clearly missed something.
Oh man. For family thinks that's
keeps me away from the dreaded please fix my window issue.
I bet that.
Oh, it's computer related, yeah.
Okay. What don't you know you can get meat?
We're animals. Yeah. No animals are hurt in the process. Yeah.
Somebody else just did a video on that. Or no, that was Daniel Arms.
That was Daniel Arms.
Arms
yes.
Family Homestead on Facebook,
rabbit.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He got some whiplash on in this rabbit butchering video, and it's like, and I put on there, I'm like, how could you, Daniel? How could you be so evil? It's like, what else do you think is gonna happen?
People. Oh, baby, I think we should.
Probably.
Are you dairy committed? I don't think I saw that one.
I haven't watched it yet. I was gonna watch it later tonight.
Was it new one?
Yeah.
What? Well, okay. Yeah. What?
I didn't say anything.
Because I was just talking with somebody. Oh, I think that was Daniel on his live feed.
I was outside with the farrier. I don't know.
Yeah, her horse got toenails
He
trimmed
got
today.
his pedicure today.
Cheap horses.
But I'll tell you what, that is one thing I will say about CJ. I need to do a whole video just of how he's doing and stuff. He, as I put it on Instagram, when he came to us, we knew that he had the start of navicular in one of his hooves. And I didn't know anything about navicular prior to hearing that when I was talking with my cousin. This was before I even went down there to see him. So I did a lot of reading and research and everything. And I knew that he was going to need a little bit of extra work with his hooves. He couldn't just be like a normal horse because he wasn't a normal horse. He had discomfort and he had pain. And we were going to have to work through that. So time was going by, and I hadn't found a farrier. I didn't know any farriers around here. I didn't know anybody around this area that had horses or anything like that. And I wanted to get somebody that I knew I could trust to work on him and not cause pain and discomfort. And finally, it came down to, I hit up one of my friends that I had worked with 10 years ago. And I knew that she had had horses all her life. And I didn't know that she had become a farrier herself and was starting to take her own clients and stuff. But she doesn't do like a traditional trim. She trims in a very specific way, which is different than what you'll see anywhere else except for from her trainer. And so she was willing to come out. She was willing to come out and see CJ and kind of, you know, talk with us and see what she could do for him and stuff like that. CJ is a quarter horse, a very large, very big, 16-hand quarter horse. And he's a gelding and he's about 13 years old. And since getting him on May 14th, since then we've had his shoes taken off. And Tara's been out trimming him quite a few times. He could walk. It hurt to trot. And he didn't really do anything beyond that. He now is a spazwad and runs around his pasture, slinging mud, bucking, enjoying life. And it's all mainly from Tara helping with his feet and trimming him the way that she does and getting his comfort level back. That photo is funny.
They're not seeing this right now.
No. I didn't put the video. I put the video on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
There's a video of CJ running yesterday and being very, very playful. And but
this would not have been CJ a long time ago.
This would not have been CJ when he first arrived in May. No, it's completely different. But he's very comfortable now. He's very happy. He's doing very, very, very good. And I'm very pleased to see him so comfortable. I mean, I love it. I love every bit of it.
Can I do it?
I don't know if it'll play. I don't think it'll play. You could show him the collage from Facebook, though.
Okay.
Might have to have it playing while you put it on there.
TJ might be right.
Nope. Yeah.
Oh, sound.
See if I can get this on here real quick. I'm still trying to figure out this. Let's see if it'll do it. To us, it looks a little choppy. Grace is out there. That horse is in a good mood. And here comes, he's gonna come running right at Grace. Oh, that was the start of the video. He does a little buck there. He is feeling good. All right, let me get that closed down.
That was loud.
Oh, yeah, and as you guys know, we blow up Instagram, so make sure you're there.
Yes, he's definitely
Look at
feeling
that!
really
Look at that
good.
smile on Jenny's face. I love that
And it like
smile.
almost brings me to tears.
Actually, it does.
It does.
But yeah, he is a happy horse now, and well, he was happy when we got him too.
He was
wasn't,
very well cared for. He
Yes.
was very loved and stuff. It's just the ground that he was walking on, it just wasn't right for him. And he loves the kids, and he was giving him all sorts of love and hugging on TJ and stuff just the other day. But
and we actually, if you don't know,
this is good for him.
Jenny's cousin gave us the horse.
Yeah,
Jenny
she
went
did.
right after last. Go ahead, tell the story after the conference.
Well, yeah, it was February last year. She hit me up and she's like, I have this horse, and I was like, oh, we're so not set up for a horse. It's a dream of mine, but we are not set up for a horse. And well, after some talking and some questions and stuff, I agreed to go see him. So we went to the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference April 2nd. Well, we were gone from the 1st to the 3rd. And we got home, and then I left the following weekend and went to Missouri to see CJ. And on one of the phone calls back home, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be getting a horse. So, okay, have fun, Patera. Thanks for coming.
So right after that conference, you met with Doug and Stacy also.
Yep, drove down to Missouri, and I went to Doug and Stacy's, off-road Doug and Stacy, and got to see their layout of the land and see stuff there and talk with them for a little bit, and then went down and spent a couple days with my cousin and got to meet CJ and ride him a little bit and just see what kind of horse he was. And I named him Eeyore. I was like, this horse is, I loved the fact that he was so calm, so mellow. He basically had like a molasses speed. He did take off loping at one point when another horse was in front of him, and he was like, I don't think so. This is my land. But it didn't last long. So yeah, I'm good with Doug and Stacy. That's right. That's you guys. And so
Old Alabama Gardener, no, it is not. How you doing, Doug and Stacy? And Logan's Homestead, yes, we will be at the conference this year. In fact, Jenny is going to be teaching a 1-hour crochet class there. So
yes.
That is actually one of 2 conferences we're going to. We're also going to the one in Virginia in the fall. What's that one?
October. The Homesteaders of America.
Yep. That one's Amy Fuel's doing that one.
Yep.
Fuel Homestead. So we're going to both, but at the conference in Tennessee, Jenny will be teaching crochet class. So
yes. So yeah, and then we arranged for them to bring CJ up here in May. So May 14th is when he arrived, and it was like 40 degrees and snowing. And I was like, what a great way to come from Missouri all the way up to Michigan. I mean, it was like in the 70s when we were down there in April.
Right.
And then it was in the 40s when they showed up in May. So yeah.
So once CJ's hoof problems got fixed, did his mellow
Oh my goodness, yes. He was Eeyore in Missouri.
And in a lot of regards, he still is. He's a very gentle, calm, mellow
he is a very calm horse. He just has his days where he's like a toddler.
Yeah. You can tell that he's feeling good.
Yes,
you can tell.
You can tell. He holds his head up high more. He walks around more. He's interactive. He loves rolling in the grass or in the mud.
Mostly mud.
He needs a bath so bad. But he's a lot more sprightly. He's a lot more lively. He's feeling really good.
He is, for sure.
I love it. So we complain about go to spend money, but he's feeling good. And
I think, like I said last time or in one of the videos, I didn't even know horses had chiropractors. Are you freaking kidding me?
Well, he needs it. He had back issues from many years ago. but it's he's gotten a lot better. He was actually supposed to have the chiropractor out.
See you
last
later,
week.
Logan's Homestead.
Bye. He was supposed to have the chiropractor come back out last week, but we got hit with ice. So
Vacuuming.
that'll be an interesting experience.
I say he doesn't really spook or anything, so
He doesn't.
nothing like that would really bug him.
Mm-mm.
And massage therapist too. Thanks there, Sullivan. Thanks. Let's
I was debating between the chiro and the massage therapist, or like we call them body workers up here. But because of the shape of the end of his spine, we decided to go with the chiropractor first.
being
me and the farrier,
Okay.
me and Tara were talking. She's my horse person. So and she's the one that works on him, and so she knows a lot about, what's changing and what's not. So we decided to go with the chiropractor first, and that was a good way to go because he actually had
Sullivan.
he actually had a lot of vertebrae, and his pelvic bones were out of place, and there was a ton of scar tissue that had built up around this. I mean, this is injuries from many years ago from like his very first owners.
Not Jenny's cousin.
Not my cousin, no. She took very good care of him. She rescued him. He was going to be put down, and she saved him. And then she gave him to us.
Gave him to us.
Gave him to us.
Trailered him up here from South Missouri.
Yep.
And gave him to us.
Gave him to us. And a winter coat and halter and lead rope. And she helped me pick out a saddle, and she gave me a saddle pad. Yeah. She hooked us up. And I love him.
I thought we were talking pigs.
I love every 16-hand horse inch.
Oink, oink.
Big old.
What?
Big old burly horse.
Bacon? What?
No. Horse. Much
right.
better topic.
I think we gotta go, baby. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. Holy cow.
Maybe you could find a horse psychiatrist.
Just don't use an upright vacuum.
Yeah. My vacuum is too heavy for that anyway.
Oh, a horse shrink. Thanks, Dave.
There are what's called like horse whisperers, and I don't know much about them, but
my wallet's already
in a
pretty
way
empty.
I find it kind of interesting. I want to know, like, I don't know much about his first owners. I know that he wasn't treated the greatest, and they worked him too much for a young horse, and then he was basically given up to the therapy place that he worked at for years because they deemed him not usable anymore. And then the therapy place used him for the terminally ill children and stuff like that. And he worked there for a while until that place got taken out by tornadoes.
Oh yeah, the tornado that went through there.
The Joplin tornadoes wiped out the therapy place. So CJ,
or at least this is what we're told.
CJ was going to be put down, and my cousin took him in. Yeah. So I don't know much about his very first, what happened and stuff. So hearing like a horse whisper and stuff. So tell me your story, buddy. Tell me what's going on in there. Yeah. He'll probably be like, "Stop kissing me, woman."
Do you have to googly talk in my face all the time?
Why are you always trying to lay on me? You're short. Yeah.
All right, Buckram. We need to get out of here too. Thanks for stopping by, though. Too pretty and delicate for this part of the country. Oh. All right.
Time flies and life. It really does. Yeah, you guys ended up doing like a 2-hour show that
Who did?
time. Doug and Stacy was like 2 hours.
It does. This is Jenny and I really didn't think we would like the whole live thing too much, but we've really enjoyed. This is our third one.
I think so.
And we enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Thank you, Barbara. You got anything? Should we get off here?
You could talk about pigs all day. I could talk about CJ all day.
We should. Maybe we'll dedicate the next live show to all horse talk.
I'm okay with
and
that.
I'll go down to the bar.
Yeah, nice. You said barn, right? You're gonna go work? Barn?
Oh, minus a letter.
Arn?
Barn? Arm?
Arn.
All right.
Wow. Nobody wants a beard like that. He turned his head earlier and poked me in the eye.
Yeah, the video talking about this. You know, out of all of our videos, do you guys know what our most popular video is? The most views. I don't know about likes and that stuff. But by a long shot, that video in June talking about this beard is by far the video with the most views. It's
ridiculous.
I think it's got like almost 11,000, and then our next one has, I don't know, like 8,000 or 9,000 or something. It's crazy.
It's insane.
But
my husband wants the beard. No joke. Well, we'll donate this one.
We are. I am talking about trimming it up.
Spin that, Mike. He asked. We talked about that just yesterday.
I was like, you can do some crochet in here, Jenny. She's like, you would never get it undone.
Yeah. Let me go in and crochet that and see what happens to your face.
Oh, too funny. No, Tiffany watches it. The beard is too awesome. All right.
We'll go.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
All right, guys.
I said what you said.
We really appreciate you guys stopping by, talking to us. We've had a lot of fun, and I'm sure another week or 2 or 3 we'll do another one of these. We
also said we were going to have a 2017 goals or whatever video out by now. Haven't done that yet.
That's only like, it's not even middle yet.
No, but we said like the first 2 weeks of January, and guess what? The first 2 weeks is tomorrow.
Busting my. All right.
Somebody's got to do it.
All right, yeah, we would like to do this on a regular basis.
Mike's face is ready to harvest.
Who said that?
Mr. Rain.
Yeah, we would like to do these videos, these live videos regularly, but there's no way we can.
We never know when we'll actually be able to sit down at the same time.
So, all right,
for
guys.
this length of time.
We really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm gonna press stop. Jenny, stop talking.
Bye.
See you guys later. Thanks.